Good day, it's August 28th and I'm here to do some chores in the garden and also to plant a few things that I bought I wasn't supposed to buy anything for this area, but I couldn't help myself because Richie's in Richmond had a big sale event yesterday and they had like 30 and 40% off perennials and shrubs, and they still had their 1-year warranty too. So I was like, oh, well, if I get those vines that I need for like this side and this side. They were looking like a little rough at the store, to be honest, the end of the season. But I bought them on sale, and you know, if something happens to them, I can just exchange in the spring, so it's not a big deal. But then last night I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting the house painted. So I can't actually plant anything on this side. So I'll tell you what I got and I'll tell you where I'm gonna put them. So on this wall here, I wanted to have 2 vines on these 2 trellises. And I knew that I get a lot of shade, so I'm going with a climbing hydrangea, but it's a very specific, I think less aggressive or less woody. I'm not sure though, it just looks that way compared to the regular climbing hydrangeas that I saw at the store. This one's called Moonlight, and it has these beautiful, delicate little flowers. And they say that they're very large, but I don't know. And then there's like a pink variety here. Rose false hydrangea. Oh, this one's a false hydrangea. Huh. Go figure. So they're gonna go up here, but I can't plant them there because they're gonna be painting, and I know they're just gonna trample this whole area. So I'm not gonna put that there. Also, I ended up getting a Pulmonaria, pretty in pink, and it's like a lungwort kind of. This one isn't as silvery in foliage as the one I have like all the way over there, but apparently it blooms a lot of pink here, and I thought that would be kind of fun for this very shaded area. And then under my coiled hose here, I was thinking of putting Hakone grass because it's this like super shaded area, and I think the grass looks really pretty, and I don't want to put obviously anything climbing here or too tall because it's going to get in the way of the hose. And if I walk on it, I want it to be able to kind of not die from walking on it. So I thought grasses would work. Obviously the sedum is going to spread as well. Coco must have found something to bark at as usual. So I'm going to be planting this stuff on this side, which has a lot of room, right? The only thing I bought for this side so far is I want it to be a bunch of clematis. I only found one clematis that would work in the this, because it does get all morning shade, right? So I had to look for the ones that say partial shade. So Tsukiko, I don't know how to pronounce it. I do. I think that'll work nicely. So that's all I have so far on this side because I still haven't decided what I want, and I don't know if I still want to even keep this blackberry bush because I know my squirrels will just get to it. Done, and I give everything a good watering. I found some surprises, like I can't plant in this corner here because as soon as I started digging, I was hitting like asphalt. So I think there was a vent, I don't know, or remnants of it, or just really compacted stones and gravel or something. And so I had to come away from it a little bit with the Hakone grass, but that's okay. I put the Pulmonaria right next to it. I actually moved another ground cover that I had in the garden, Prima Angelina sedum, and brought it in here. It is a brighter green, but it only gets really late afternoon sun here, so I hope it doesn't lose its color because it'll be a nice contrast. I'm also gonna be splitting some of my red heucheras for some red ground cover here. Well, it's not really red ground cover, I guess. Oh no, sorry, the red sedum that I have in the island, that's what I'm gonna put here for red ground cover. And I put in the vines right here. No problem there. there was definitely gravel, but I could dig through it. And the other thing you probably noticed that I did was I was putting more, well, actually what I was using was, I had extras like pieces of sod that I kind of pulled out from the last video, and I had kept them because I knew I wanted to raise up the stones. Once things settled and the rain happened, I knew that they were gonna sink a little bit in the soil, and I wanted them up higher. So I ended up putting some sod upside down, and will it grow grass around the edges of the stones? Maybe. Grass is very tough, so it might, and that's unfortunate, but I'll just keep picking at it and stuff. I really just needed to put something thick underneath, and I didn't want to waste my soil. So I put that, and I have them more leveled to be a little bit higher because I know everything's gonna sink, and I don't want the soil, the garden, to grow on top of these slabs, so gotta make them higher, right? So I did that as well. Watered everything, and I watered things too much because my hibiscus flower was so beautiful and I like destroyed it. Actually hit it with a shovel too, so it was probably that. But then I watered it and it went right down, and you know, they only last a day, right? So this disc has got to go today, and this one is on its way to opening. So how beautiful. That's okay then. I also have a rose that just bloomed. So that's it. And now what I'm gonna do is for the rest of the day, I guess, I'm gonna be just cleaning up, like cutting off some of the dead stems. I noticed there were some broken stems when I was planting, so I'll just get rid of that. And through the rest of the garden, I've got some maintenance to do, just like mostly leaves and deadheading, things like that I need to get done. And the leaves I am not keeping this time around because the silver maple has a sort of, I don't know if it's a disease, a bug. I did look it up, and it's funny because last year the leaves would fall and they would have black tar on them, and this year it's not so much black tar as it is these little balls. And when I looked it up, it was actually bugs that would burrow, I guess, in the leaf or something, and then these things would grow around them to protect them. And you can't even see the bugs with your eye, like they're microscopic. I don't know if this is the accurate thing, but like, because I was just looking up on Google, but to get rid of it, you would have to get rid of all the leaves so that it doesn't spread for next year. And I'm like, oh my god, well, this tree's kind of huge and it goes across multiple properties in these in the subdivision, so it's like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get rid of that. I'm surprised it didn't actually spread to the silver maple in the front yard. Anyways, I don't like that the leaves are constantly falling like way too early, but it is what it is, and it's not my tree, so gotta deal with that. So I'm just gonna do some, oh, I have more planting to do. I forgot. Oh yeah, I bought some Veronica speed oil, some white ones, and I'm gonna put them right here. They grow about 2 feet high. I really wanted the white ones that grew even taller because I was gonna put them to replace this is blanket flower, which didn't end up blooming this year. I don't know if it's a biannual. I don't think it is. It's supposed to be a perennial. It did not bloom at all, and it just looks like horrible weeds, right? These type of leaf is not pretty. So what a waste of space. They grew like this tall last year, so super disappointed. But I just noticed the like bee activity on this Veronica speedwell was amazing the entire summer. And yeah, the blooms are only like at the very tips, but hey, they still look nice, right? So I wanted a white one right here. I just can't find any right now, so like next time. But I also needed white over here because I tend to forget about planting white color, so that'll go there. And a really nice thing I bought yesterday was this shrub. I'm gonna move the Monarda, and I'm gonna put this purple leaf shrub here, and it's not lace leaf because it's called laced up instead elderberry. So yeah, it doesn't have that beautiful fine lace leaf, but I mean, I have that over there with the Japanese maple and over here with the tigerized sumac. So this is a different kind of, it's still like really narrow leaf shape and it's beautiful. And it's called laced up because it grows vertical mainly, and it's suitable for sun and part shade, and it's kind of part shade here, so I think it'll work out nice. And I also don't have any other purple leaf anything here except for the Queen Victoria cardinal flower, so I think it's a perfect spot for it. This is my serviceberry shrub that is a pillar, so it grows just tall and just that wide. This guy is going to grow, it's an arborvitae. It's gonna definitely grow out maybe another foot, and that's it. So I think this one can grow up to 8 feet tall and 2 to 3 feet wide, so it's kind of perfect. Now behind that though, there will be some delphiniums, so you're gonna see like delphiniums in late spring, early summer, and this will be in front of it, so when the delphiniums are gone, it's not just like, hey, fence, there's gonna have an elderberry there. And remember, elderberries flower, they have a light pink flower, so light pink against that dark plum leaf is gonna look beautiful. And seeing a lot of spiders. I think this is a wolf spider. Look how fast it goes. Yeah, that's fast. Okay, so I don't like wolf spiders because they move so damn quick, but look at this yellow garden spider that is, oh gosh, you can barely see it. But it's a zigzag spider, also known as, and she just sits there and doesn't freak me out. Well, she still freaks me out because she's huge, but she doesn't move from that spot. It's been like 4 days. Let's see if I can get a better angle. Yeah. So, and she's pretty. So this spider, even though she's very big and on my butterfly weed, I'm just gonna leave her. Everyone says they're good for gardens, but I was wondering, like, it's on milkweed though, and the whole purpose of me getting the milkweed, besides it being like gorgeous orange flowers and them blooming the entire season, is that I was trying to get a butterfly, a monarch butterfly, to lay its eggs on here and, you know, have little baby monarch caterpillars. But it won't do that with this huge spider. Well, I have a lot more critters now that I have a garden. But that's what you're supposed to expect, right? You're supposed to expect more bugs and wildlife, and that's all part of the little ecosystem I'm making back here. So Coco's been loving it, I think. Goes after a lot of chipmunks. I have a lot of chipmunks. Did you find one? Did you find a chipmunk or a squirrel? Yeah, he knows where the squirrels hang out. Right here. That's all I'm recording today. I'm not gonna bother recording the cleanup. It's just minor stuff. So just wanted to remind myself, if I ever watch this video again next year, that now's a really good time to deadhead some of the more aggressive plants I have, because they're forming seeds, and I don't want the seeds to blow everywhere all over the garden. Then I'll have little pop-up ones, especially these silver perennials. These guys here. See all those seed heads? I am going to cut them off because otherwise I will find this plant everywhere next year. So happy gardening, everyone. Till next time.